Sawadee Kap viewers. Today's story comes to us from one of our subscribers, Adam, joining us all the way from Australia. Get ready for a hilariously relatable, yet sometimes frustrating, dive into the daily domestic realities of living with a Thai partner. Adam's narrative paints a vivid picture of life with his incredibly meticulous Thai girlfriend, a self-proclaimed clean-up freak whose relentless pursuit of spotlessness often clashes with Adam's more laid-back approach. From multiple daily mop-downs of their small Bangkok apartment to strict rules about shoes indoors and the comical ordeal of a rural family visit with truly rustic bathroom facilities, Adam shares the everyday cultural clashes and compromises that define his unique relationship. It's a tale that many expats will nod along to, filled with humor, exasperation, and the universal quirks of cohabitation across cultures. Let me paint you a picture. I work part-time teaching English, which means I'm often home during the day and work at night. On these day-off days, I'll take pride in mopping and doing a general clean-up of our place at least every 2 days. I mean, it's a small apartment. How dirty can it get? Then she comes home, usually around 4:30 in the afternoon. And before I even have time to utter a polite, "How was your day, darling?" she's already got the mop out humming and vigorously mopping the entire place down. It genuinely doesn't matter that I've already done it that very day. No, it's simply not clean enough. I'm convinced if we had reflecting tiles on the floor, we'd see our own perfect reflections in them. Her standard of cleanliness isn't just high, it's a cosmic, unachievable ideal for mortal men like me. One day, just to see what would happen, and I admit, as a bit of a joke, I laid a mat down on the freshly mopped floor and placed our plates and food directly on it. For a traditional Thai meal, sure. But for us, well, that went down like a lead balloon. Needless to say, there wasn't a shred of affection shown that night in bed. It took a significant amount of effort on my part, a massive bunch of roses and a lot of earnest, if futile, conversation, to try and make her realize that the floor doesn't have to be mopped 2 or 3 times a day. It was, predictably, a complete waste of time. She still does it, so I've learned to just let her be. I don't rock the boat, as they say, and let her carry on with her meticulous cleaning rituals. Now, I'm certainly not a neat freak myself. My desk, at times, looks like a bomb just hit it, but I call it organized chaos. Everything has its place, even if that place isn't immediately obvious to the untrained eye. But apart from that one personal creative zone, I genuinely try to keep the rest of the apartment neat and orderly. Heaven forbid I leave a shirt or a pair of shorts on the bed for her to see when she comes home. That's an absolute no-no. All clothes must be immediately put away. Shoes stay outside the apartment door, and if, by some terrible chance, I accidentally walk 2 feet into the place with my shoes on, the look she gives me would make even the most hardened criminal shake in his boots. It doesn't matter that I'm carrying 10 kilograms of groceries precariously balanced in my arms. No, the shoes must come off first, and then only then can you enter. We've actually reached a sort of uneasy compromise on this point. I'm now allowed to walk 2 feet into the apartment to unload the groceries or whatever I'm carrying. Then I must retreat back outside to dutifully remove my shoes. It's a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. You might ask why or how she got this way. Well, it's deeply ingrained. Both her parents are the same, meticulous to an extreme. And she also works as a nurse, having spent 3 odd years at one of the best private hospitals in Bangkok. She's simply used to keeping everything absolutely spotless, almost sterile. If you happen to walk into our bathroom after she's done cleaning it, you'd better have your sunnies on, because it's like looking directly into the sun at midday. Okay, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but you get what I'm talking about. It gleams. This past weekend, we ventured out to see her family in Surin, which is in the Isan region, northeast Thailand. Her parents' place is surprisingly nice and clean. Going to the bathroom, there isn't a terrifying experience. They've even got a Western toilet, which is a rare and welcome luxury in many rural homes. No hot water, of course, and having a shower when the water temperature is about 20 degrees Celsius is no fun at the best of times, unless the outside temp is in the 40s, like during Songkran. But visiting some of the other family members, that's when it's time to seriously consider putting on a hazmat suit when you have to go to the toilet. No joking, I actually had to use one, and when I walked in, there was a distinct brown trail leading from the squat toilet to the door. And the smell was out of this world. Ever smelt an elephant's fart? Well, if you haven't, then you have no idea what that smell was like. But I had to go, and when you've got to go, you've got to go. So I looked around and found a piece of timber outside, which I carefully laid on the floor to give myself some kind of clean access to the squat toilet. Don't you just love these things, especially when you're 187 centimeters tall? When I'd finished and went back to where everybody else was, I was given the third degree as to why I'd made such a fuss just to use the toilet. They clearly didn't get it. It was getting late, and her relatives, ever hospitable, asked if we'd like to stay the night. They had a spare room just off the main house, which was more of a shack, to be honest, and we'd be welcome to use it. One look at it, and I politely declined. Thank you, but no thanks. Sleeping 2 meters away from the water buffalo and 3 cows was not my idea of a good night's sleep. So, we gratefully went back to sleep the night at her folks' place. Now, on our way home, we had to stop in Buriram. We stopped at the front of the house, and you could hardly see a walkway to the actual dwelling. There were 2 old cars, 3 trucks, and goodness knows what else, all rusting or decomposing in the yard. I politely declined the invitation to enter, and then, completely forgetting myself, I went to take a photo of the place. Well, she knows how I like to take photos, but I was sternly told, "No photos, please." "Why?" I asked, just wanting a memory of what this place looks like. She simply couldn't see the funny side of it. After about 2 hours and a nice sleep in the car while she was nowhere in sight, I honestly thought I'd have to call search and rescue to go looking for her. Then, out she came, with the relatives behind her, all dressed like the Beverly Hillbillies. Remember that 60s show on TV? If you're as old as me, you certainly would. They were all wishing me a safe trip home, and unbelievably extending an invite to stay over the next time we came to Buriram. So, with a big smile, I told them, "Sure, my pleasure," with my fingers well and truly crossed behind my back. It was about 4 p.m. when we finally started making our way back to Bangkok. On the drive, we went through at least 6 police checkpoints. Each time we were stopped, and I had to show them my Aussie license, being asked where I'd come from and where I was going. And each time, after inspecting my license, they'd look up and tell me, "Don't know this country, but okay, keep driving and don't speed." Ah, the logic of Thai police. We finally got home around 10 at night, and you guessed it, out comes the broom and mop. Nobody had been in the apartment for 3 days, but that doesn't matter. In her mind, the place must be dirty, so it must be cleaned. I feigned a tired smile and said I was going to take a shower and go to bed. About an hour later, with the place now, I assume, spotlessly clean, she came to bed. And then she hit me with it. "You could have helped me clean the place up." Well, darling, the place was clean to begin with, so why clean up something that's already clean? I heard a distinct huff, and she rolled over, muttering goodnight. Oh well, no cuddles for me tonight. Some battles, it seems, are never truly won. What a wonderfully relatable and genuinely funny account Adam shared with us today. His story perfectly captures those charming, yet sometimes maddening, cultural quirks that define domestic life for many expats in Thailand. From his partner's relentless pursuit of a gleaming floor to the memorable, shall we say, adventures with rural Thai bathrooms, Adam's experiences highlight the compromises and everyday challenges that come with building a life across different cultural norms. It's clear that even the simplest things like a clean apartment can become a battleground of wills and expectations. What's the funniest or most challenging cultural difference you've experienced in a relationship abroad, or even at home? Could you live with a partner who cleans that much? Share your thoughts and your own stories in the comments below. If Adam's candid and humorous tale resonated with you, please give this video a like. And for more honest, entertaining and insightful stories about expat life, cultural clashes and the universal experience of relationships, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.